redid my NAS, as one does.
I'm probably gonna get there. What happened?
So I figured out right. So the NAS came. I sort
Mhm.
of hastily put this together, threw some drives in there that were way too loud, drove me nuts, ripped everything out, was about to return it, then bought solid state drives, put it all back together, and
Yeah.
then having zero idea what I was actually doing, thought I set it up correctly, but it was annoying me how it was set up.
Right.
So,
Okay.
uh, lack of better terms, kind of restarted over, if that makes sense. Minus the photos. The photos I was not touching because that was a pain in the butt. But
Yep.
realistically, what it came down to was OneDrive. What I realized is that I actually had two different copies of OneDrive on the device in two different locations. So on Synology, there is the option to directly back up from the cloud. So the Synology connects to my OneDrive, it just
Mm.
downloads all that stuff.
Okay.
I had that copy. I
Yep.
also have my what I call the D drive or the data drive, which is what I actually want backed up.
Right.
Um, had a didn't
Now
have a
you
copy
mean
of
on a computer?
yeah.
You have a D drive on a PC
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, my workstation upstairs. The D drive, like C
Hmm.
drive is just Windows and the apps that if it gets blown away, don't really care. D drive is where everything that I care about is actually stored. And so what I ended up doing, long story short, is I disconnected the Synology direct to cloud,
Hmm.
made sure that my OneDrive folder that was on my D drive downloads every single file, not files on
Yep.
demand.
Yep. Right.
And then
Okay.
now I back up
Now you back that up.
that up. And
Uh,
so then there's only one copy of the
okay.
OneDrive. And that was sort of like the mysterious, like, where's all my storage going? Because it was that
Yeah.
I
You were
had
just getting
duplicate,
it.
and my OneDrive is like 500 gigs. So
Oh yeah. No, mine is like 900. I'm gonna have a problem soon.
yeah, so you do that twice and you're like, okay, that's a terabyte. That's probably where all my data is going. Then I
Yep.
reconfigured. I temporarily turned off snapshotting because I thought that was taking up space, and it was, but not as much as I thought.
Hmm.
But now I got my photos. Oh god, dude. So, have you ever tried to get like delete photos in Google Photos? Have you ever
Yeah.
tried to do like all of them?
Uh, oh. Uh, yeah. Probably. Yeah. I did one. Yeah. Of course, because I moved them from one account to another at one point. So yeah, I guess so. That I don't remember. I'm gonna guess you have to do it in some control shift something select over many times or some
So
nonsense.
let's put it this: I had
Mhm.
90,000 plus photos in Google Photos.
Yeah. How did you spend your Saturday? Would you say?
You can only delete 1,000 at a time,
Yeah.
max. Paul Thurrott.
Boy.
So,
Yeah.
and like, here's the thing: the only way to like fully delete it is like, hey, we'll just delete your Gmail account, and that's how we'll do it. Like, those are your options
Well,
to do
yeah.
it with like one click.
Yeah, right. Okay. I
One
was gonna
click,
say
which I
even.
don't want to do. The problem is that I stopped paying for storage. So I only have 15 gigs of storage, and every 5 seconds they're saying like, "Hey, you're over your storage."
Mhm.
I paid $7 for an extension that installs that will automatically do this. It does it 1,000 photos at a time.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said I got you. I thought you meant for an extension of the
No,
time
no,
period
no.
on that.
It's
Okay.
called like Google Photo Delete, and it's $7 because I did it once. I was like, I got to do this at least 90 times, and there's no easy way to tell when you're trying to
Okay.
pick 1,000 photos. It's not like there's a nice little counter that says, "Hey, you scrolled down to a
No, you
thousand
have to
five."
kind of guess. Like,
Yeah,
yeah. No, I right.
and
I'm.
it took like 2 hours for this thing to do this.
Yep. And then you probably have to go to some recycle bin thing unless
Yes,
it automates that.
to actually get below
Yeah,
the
you're right, to
threshold.
get the turn off the warnings. Yeah. No, this is before Google took away our YouTube accounts
Hmm.
this year. I'm going to say about a year and a half before that, I was doing everything through my paulathurrott.com account, which is Workspace. And at that time, you could pay for extra workspace storage just like you do on, Gmail. And then they got rid of that. And they're like, no, we're going to this new system. It's going to be better for everybody. Pooled storage, blah blah blah. You can easily share it with everyone in your organization. Like, all right, whatever. And the price went up like 8x. Like it was not even close. So whatever it was I was paying for a year of, at the time, probably a terabyte, maybe $99, was going to be like $800 or something.
Hmm.
And I was like, no. So they did give me no warning. Like this was just, and it was the same thing you saw where it's like, you're over your limit, you're over your limit. I'm like, yeah, I'm moving it. Relax, did the Google takeout thing. But this is what started. This was well, at the time, it seemed like an emergency. I mean, compared to not being able to access YouTube at all, not a huge emergency, but it is my photos, right? I mean, this is the thing. It's like, I want to, make sure this is correct. So I went through what you're going through now. whenever that was. I
Mm.
guess a year ago, 2 years ago. I guess 2 years ago, probably something. I don't know. Terrible. I'm not done with it. Like you never really figure this stuff out. The problem is there's always these little vestigial things everywhere, and it's like I want to move everything to one account, and then you realize, oh shit, this is here and this is here, and it's a nightmare.
Yep. But
It's a nightmare.
I'm out of Google Photos, and I would not
So the way
recommend
you're
that.
doing this, I just want to. So you have a D drive on your computer
Yep.
upstairs that is replicating or backing up, I guess, to the NAS.
Yep.
And you have synced your entire OneDrive cloud storage, whatever it is, to the computer, and that's so that way you're also backing up that.
Yes. So, which fun fact,
Yeah.
I actually had another drive in there that was an older one that I was using for OneDrive specifically, but I just decommissioned it. Longer story why that. But you can't just move your OneDrive folder. You have to unlink it, which then deletes all your data, which I will say is a little not feel good in the gut. And
You
then
can
you relink it.
You can kind of move everything out. You don't want it to sync. Like you turn to sync, you copy of the files out, however you do it, and then you delink and relink. And
That's not how I sure as hell did it. I just hit unlink,
Yeah.
and then it's like, okay, we're gonna delete all this data off your disk. And I was like, okay.
Or just
Meanwhile,
leave it
in
there.
another tab, all my Google Photos are being deleted. I'm like, if this goes sideways, I'm kind of screwed.
And then
Not
right
really,
then
but
the power goes out. Boom, boom, boom,
yeah.
boom.
Anyways, got it moved over, got it re-downloaded, did all that. The backup took forever, which not surprising. Again, it's 500 gigs over your network, and
I don't mean to be like selfish here, but I was really, really hoping that you're going to say something about there's like a home folder for your account on the NAS, but there's
Yes,
also
there
a
is.
Homes folder, I
Yes,
guess,
there
for
is.
Patrick Holmes. And apparently, there's some weird interaction between these things, and like as far as like replicating or backing up or whatever it was. And I was hoping, so you're going at it from the other direction, like you're in a sense, not in a sense, literally, your master copy of your data is really on that D drive. It's not in the NAS, so you're backing up to the NAS. But I'm trying to work off the NAS, and it's like the interaction between these things to me is not obvious. And when you were like, I redid it, I was like, oh my God, I know why. Thank you. I need Brad to work on this stuff, because I need your head in here, because I feel like you would figure this stuff out.
So
And,
I would change one thing that you just said. My master copy is actually still OneDrive.
okay, fair enough. Right, because you're
Yeah.
replicating that, of course, and thus it is available anywhere if you need it. Right. Fair
Right,
enough.
because like
Yep.
I'm on this laptop right here, which
Yep.
does connect to my NAS, but it only is syncing.
Yeah, you're not backing up directly from the cloud to the NAS. You're replicating, you're syncing to your PC and then backing that up to the NAS.
Yep.
Yep.
OneDrive is still like the
Yeah.
core entity,
Yep.
and then the
No,
back.
that makes sense because, like I said, because you could open a new laptop right now and get to your stuff, and that's the master copy, and that's actually the right way to do that. Yeah.
I mean, in
Okay.
theory, you can do all that with the NAS too, with their Synology drive. It's totally doable, but
Yeah.
I haven't had any issues with OneDrive. So the goal here is that if I ever do have issues, like I know I can at least get to a copy on my NAS no matter what.
Yep.
But that's
No, it's this. No, what you're doing is good. That's good.
so that's the hope. The other thing that kind of spooked me too, and the reason why I started to go down this route is like, okay, let's say you do lose access to my Outlook account, my OneDrive, like fully lose it. If the Synology is using that to sync, there's now a connection between my Synology and that Outlook.com account, and I did not want that.
Yeah. No, right. I was stepping through it and once you were like, actually, let me correct you. It's like, of course it is. That makes sense. Backing up from the drive locally to the NAS also makes sense. Not just for the reason you just said, but it's also local. So it's local to your home network. It's going to be, faster, more resilient, whatever. No, this is the right structure, and yeah, it's a good system. I
Hopefully
went all Synology NAS, but it's like I still have to figure it out. It's like I had that replication problem, right? I had 5 terabytes of storage on both of the NASs. That was just 2 files replicated whatever 9,000 whatever times, like insane, and I don't know why. I mean, it's so. And then, I think it happened on one of the 2, but then it like synced it to the other one. It's like, guys, come on. Like, all right. So yeah. All right. Well,
and what the
I'll hold out
catalyst for
hope.
this is probably what you've run into is I
Yep.
started getting warnings of like, hey, you're almost out of storage. And I'm like, what the hell? How am I out of storage? I only have
Dude, that's
400
how I
gigs
found out
of, or
about the
whatever.
workspace change. They never emailed me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there was a thing in the admin center, like, but it was like, that's how I found out. It's like, hey, you're going to run out of storage. You're going to fix this by the end of October or whatever. And I was like, wait, I'm sorry, what's happening?
Well,
Like, I paid for
my
this.
solution was I was just going to go to Micro Center and just buy 2 more drives because I'm like, hey, I'm going to keep this thing. I might as well load it up. But then the back of my brain, I'm like, you're not solving the problem. You are just
Yeah.
adding more storage, which will then get replicated somehow. And so
You're,
I had to
you're
figure out what
replicating the
was
problem.
eating the storage because 4 terabytes of storage should be enough for everything that I do. If I'm ballparking 600 gigs of data somewhere,
Right.
like you do that times 2, that's 1.2. So that means that 2 terabyte drive should contain everything. Then I should be able to fully back that up with oodles of noodles of space to spare. But here we are.
I know I'm not. We're home now for another month and a half, and I know I will not be able to fit. Like, what I really should be doing is breaking this thing down, redoing it, resyncing them up again, and I'm not going to do it. Because what I just said sounds so horrible. I just don't even want to think about it.
Yep.
But I should be doing that, and
Anyway, so I'm happy with it for 38 seconds until I realize there's a better way to do this.
No,
But
it's one of those. You're doing it differently than me, so I had to kind of think about it for a second. But no, you're the way you're doing it is sound. Like it's good. It's good.
the next thing on the agenda, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do this yet, is so all the photos are working, and they're actually working fairly well.
What does that mean, working? Like,
so both my wife and on the iPads and everywhere else, we have the Synology photo app. You can now see all the photos. It's my wife takes a picture as long as she's on Wi-Fi, and like in 5 minutes, it's on every device everywhere. Great. That is exactly what we want. It's also in OneDrive, so there you go. However, the storage management, like if I want to go create a what do you want to call it, like an album in this Photos app, it's not good. It's not.
It's not the same as.
Well, it's not even not the same. It's a pain in the ass. Like it already does. So like, here's what I'd love to do. You can go in there, and thankfully, because I had all this stuff in OneDrive and just gave up on Google, it has all the geo data already in there. So like you can pull up the map view, which is awesome. I'm super happy that exists. Although it doesn't exist in the web app, it only exists in the actual apps. But anyways, so like our trip this summer, we went to Glacier and we went to Banff, and then there's like a couple other stops along the way. Well, they're all in different places, so they're not in the same album. And I just want to be able to just click on the places and be like, combine these into an album, like called National Park Summer Trip or whatever. But can't pull it off.
So this is almost a non sequitur, but we were at a restaurant with our kids over the weekend, and my wife was like, I can't remember what I had here last time. It was really good. I'd like to get that again, but I can't think of the name of it. And I was like, well, we'll just bring up pictures from this place, and you can look at it, maybe show it the waiter or something, and they'll know what it is, But you can't do in Google Drive and Google Photos. Just be like, show me photos from where I am right now.
Yeah.
Unless it's there and I don't know about it. I mean, I couldn't find it. And then the name of the place, I couldn't, like, search was useless, because remember when Google Photos search used to be amazing? I barely remember that, but it is not anymore. And then I was like, well, when do you think we were here? And she's like, it was December 2 years ago. And I'm like, I searched for it like a loser, I did find it eventually, but I know everyone was dying to know my wife's Italian food there. But yeah, like that's like you just mentioned the map thing, like having a map view of photos is awesome. Like it's a really good idea, but you should be able to zoom in, like
no,
here's where I am now. Show me photos from around here.
The Synology photo app does do that, but
but I don't think Google Photos does. I mean, there's some Google Photos, Google Map integration thing that maybe I'm not doing.
Although I say that, and this app is now laggy. Oh, it's because it's trying to back up all these things that I've done. That's probably why it's so laggy. Yeah. Backing up 2,600 photos still. Okay.
Yep.
There's
really like you to just leave it.
Oh yeah, you have to click on places, and then you can zoom out, and it will do like.
Okay.
It will show you, but it's not great.
No, but that's
it gets you there because like you would know where you would be, but yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. I like it. I like it.
And there's other photo apps you can use. One's called like Image, like IMMICH. But
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing: you got to put it in a Docker container. Is how they recommend running it on this thing, which not a big deal. But they have a
It's just
web version of it that you can just play with, and I don't see it being demonstratively better than the Photos app currently. But maybe I'll give that a shot. The thing that I'm desperately trying to avoid is, okay, let's say I use that app. I'm not re-downloading all my photos into a new folder for this thing to use.
right. I gave up on Plex for that reason. I just
Yeah.
was like, it's like, oh, it's really easy. Just follow these steps. It's like 127 steps, like command line stuff. I'm like, what? Like, what's happening? No, thank you. I don't know.
Anyways, that's. And then it was the turkey and Black Friday. I didn't buy anything for Black Friday. I looked for kids' Christmas stuff, but
Kids Christmas stuff. Jeez, what did I do? I don't know. I bought a bunch of stuff for myself, basically, but it's because I don't care about anything anymore.
I'm trying to decide if I'm going to get my kid a new laptop. I don't know what we're doing yet. Her current Surface Laptop 1, the first one, the first Surface laptop, it's about at the end of its life in terms of...
I would say it's well past the end of its life.
Here's the thing is, like, the funny thing is, like, she doesn't complain about it, but I'm looking at it like, first off, Alcantara handrests for what started out, how would she start? Like 7 years old with this thing? 8 years old?
That's amazing. We were at that event. That was the
yeah.
Terry Myerson walking around with a USB key thing, and then
yep,
I don't remember. We were in the audience.
The year that had the burgundy one too. That was real.
No, yeah, Mary Jo got that. I borrowed it, but
that thing was nice. Anyway, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to buy her a new laptop for Christmas or not. That's what I was kind of looking to see, like what was out there. And then it's like, well, should I just get her a MacBook Air? Because like
I was going to say M2 MacBook Air right now is on sale. I think Best Buy for like $600.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yep.
But yeah, once you go Mac, you're lost. You're a lost soul.
Yeah, but then I can just plead ignorance. Be like, I don't know how that thing works. I don't.
So my father would call me and for help with he switched to all Apple stuff, and I was like, yeah, you got the wrong person now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I can't really can't help you with that.
Yeah, I don't know. She has a Chromebook for school, and she's been using Windows laptop at home, and
yeah, it's good to go back and forth a little bit, just develop a little bit of, because you don't know where you're going to land eventually, but
everything's online. Literally
get her
everything.
Like an iPad with a keyboard, man.
Well, she has. So this is where the conversation is. So she has. Yep. Actually, we've talked about it on this podcast. I bought her an iPad a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But it was like the cheapest one you could get. It is still on iOS 16, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Like it still has the home button. Like it's that old.
Yeah.
And so my wife's like, we should just get her a new iPad. I'm like, well,
yeah, no. Sure. I mean, by the way, it's not. I would seriously consider it.
No, it is. But then like, if we were going to get her one, I would probably get her like the Air for various.
No, just get it the normal one. It's fine. And then why? What? Fine.
You want to know the real reason why she wants? So I have an Air and she wants mine. The real reason she wants it is for the AI stuff. You can make AI emojis. That is not available on the base.
No, that's an excellent reason to spend $200.
It is.
Just like,
through the eyes of a 12-year-old, it is.
Okay. Well,
but so then you put that number out there, and you're like, that's basically the price of a MacBook Air then.
Yes, but the reason you buy this thing is because it's simpler, et cetera, et cetera. Like it's not, it's not like you're taking a step down per se, depending on what you want to do with it, right? I mean, depending on how she uses things. She might like that actually, because it's
here's the primary.
She uses an Apple Pencil and draw around it and stuff if she wants.
Here's the thing that my nerd of a kid has been doing lately, is she's actually, so I've talked about them on before. She's been using these hack pack things from Mark Rober that has
nice.
So you can do like proper development in them. Now, granted, it's pretty basic stuff. But like she plugs these robots into her computer and has the IDE open and is like trying to teach herself how to program the LEDs on these things. And like you can't do that with the iPad. So then it's
there. Well, then I think your decision has been made.
Yeah,
the only question is which MacBook Air.
I don't know. But then the thing is like if we do, the iPad doesn't go away in that scenario
No.
because when we travel, she still needs
Yep.
that
She
just for
still does, of
entertainment.
course. Yeah, just watch movies and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's fine. It's
It's
nothing
just
wrong
funny.
with
I'm
that.
just gonna set it on fire for warmth.
Just flush it down the toilet, man.